Hey y'all, we're gonna get us a reading for the sign of Libra. As you know, I've already began my pre-shuffle before I press the record button, so I'm gonna cut the deck and we're gonna get into it with the main energy for the sign of Libra. Now Libra, seem like you pop right up, baby. We got the Queen of Spirits on the bottom of the deck. So somebody has mental clarity in a situation. Somebody is sitting on their throne with authority. I'm hearing that somebody has the knowledge needed in order to hold their position, and they may have some type of line of protection or something like that, like people that work for them or something like that. But again, somebody is setting some type of boundaries or something like that, or I'm even seeing somebody sitting in a position where they feel like they have a good view. They're able to see the things going on around them. Hey, first card out though, you got the Wheel of Fortune. So this Wheel of Fortune speaks of a turn of unpredicted events. This Wheel of Fortune speaks of life cycles, like just the way that something has been going. And we have a Queen of Bricks. With this Queen of Bricks, this speaks of somebody being stable, somebody being happy within their position. I'm hearing somebody carries their household with like peace or something like that. This speaks of something being bright, something being festive. And again, this Queen of Bricks is like the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody is stable, you know, within their positioning, within their life, within their finances, the way that something is being ran. And then we have the Eight of Brooms. So the Eight of Brooms speaks of something changing quickly, or some type of quick communication, quick action being taken. We have Nine of Cans in the reverse. So somebody is unsatisfied due to this quick action. It speaks of somebody feeling like untended to, uncared for. And with the Sun card in the reverse, this may have triggered some type of childhood wounds or something like that, some type of inner truths for somebody. Somebody feels as if things are not okay for them right now, like they lack movement or something like that. Somebody lacks motivation. They lack happiness. And we have a King of Spears. So this King of Spears is, you know, somebody who's like a person who has good ideas, a person who is seen as like, you know, an authoritative figure, someone who people can go to for advice and different things like that. But this also speaks of somebody who is able to think from a very logical standpoint. You know what I mean? Like this King of Spears does not operate from an emotion-based place. And then you have Justice. So something was ended or something was crushed or something like that. But that's justice for a situation. That's a situation being balanced back out to its original order, being restored to its original order or something like that is what I'm hearing. And you have a Four of Bricks. With this Four of Bricks, this speaks of somebody holding on to something that they have. Somebody may not necessarily want to let something go, and it's given again, even though justice has been served in the situation. And with this Four bricks, somebody holding on to something that gives me 5 bricks. So a person may definitely end up being left out in the cold or something like that, or somebody might end up taking some type of financial loss due to, you know, this mindset. It really has a lot to do with the lack mindset, but you know, also dealing like with that 5 of Pentacles energy. It speaks of somebody more so deciding to take a victim mentality in a situation, like not accepting accountability for the actions that they took in order to get them into the position that they're currently being placed in. You have a Page of Cans and the Two of Brooms. So with this Page of Cans, it speaks of somebody having premonition. Somebody may be receiving some type of downloads or something like that. With the Wheel of Fortune, that may have been something that was unexpected. Because now with this new thought, this new epiphany, you know what I mean? Somebody feeling as if they have different ways that they can go about a situation in order to create different openings for them to move forward. It puts you in this Two of Brooms position where somebody is now exploring, or somebody is deciding, you know, to expand on a situation. It's like, again, they're at the threshold of having choices. And with this Seven of Brooms in the reverse, the Seven of Brooms speaks of, you know, obstacles or challenges. Somebody more so fighting for their right to party is what it's giving me. But it's also giving me somebody releasing the fight, you know, that they may have been placed in. Somebody now protecting themselves. Somebody deciding to go about a situation and take different action than what they was taking. And you have the Tower. So something suddenly changed due to this change of action, you know. Due to, like, somebody, again, acknowledging the position that they were actually in. Something may have gotten very chaotic. What is this Tower about? Something was uprooted. Natural disaster, like something naturally had to take course. And you have Eight of Cans. With this Eight of Cans, this speaks of somebody walking away from a situation. Only in this card, somebody is walking to a situation is what is given. But, you know, even with this person or with you going to a situation, it's something about everything not being fully revealed. Like something sitting up looking glamorous, you know what I mean? But then the other cans, like behind the scenes, are empty. You see that? It's 4 on top and she's coming up. She can see the 4 on top. But it's 4 also behind the sand that is more so being hidden, and they're not filled, is what I'm getting. What is this? What's this Eight of Cans energy? We have Temperance. So, you know, with this Temperance energy, it speaks of something being balanced out, something being alchemized, healing something. So it's even giving me with this Eight of Cans that somebody may have felt in a situation only because 4 cans was given that you did not have what you needed in order to proceed, in order to properly balance a situation, properly heal a situation or something like that. But the way that this Temperance card is really giving me that you had exactly what you needed. You had more than what was realized in a situation. Give me more on this Temperance. No, give me one at a time. More on the Temperance. You have 6 of Cans. So this 6 of Cans speaks of, you know, innocence. Somebody giving to another person or something like that. Somebody having abundance of, you know what I mean, emotion or something like that to give. But it's even given like somebody playing on another person's naiveness or something like that, you know. It's something with this Eight of Cans, like a person was completely satisfied, you know, when it came to them withholding emotion or hiding something that was needed in a situation. But again, come to find out the whole time you had what was needed and you were able to balance it out properly. And with you being able to balance it out properly, it's something with you healing the situation, with you giving to somebody who may have been toxic, like a toxic person, or somebody who was operating from, you know, this devil energy, this demonic energy, not knowing how to control temptation, not knowing how to control self. Somebody was wounded. Yeah. Give me one more with this 6 of Cans energy. Okay. You got Page of Brooms. So with this Page of Brooms, this speaks of, you know, somebody feeling like they had limitless potential with the different actions that they were able to take. I'm also feeling like something going haywire. Like somebody being outside of a situation and things losing control or something like that around them. How many brooms is that? 10. Yeah, burden. Something. It's something with some type of burdens or something like that that somebody didn't realize. What is this Queen of Bricks? I'm sorry. Queen of Bricks energy for Libra. You got the Star card in the reverse. When it comes to this Page of Cups. So it's something with this Queen of Bricks. I'm trying to get it right. I keep saying Brooks. Queen of Bricks, you know, and something going on while another person was sleeping. Something taking place while you were sleeping. Something being created or something like that while you were sleeping. Maybe you had a dream or you had an epiphany or something like that while you were sleeping about some type of action or something somebody was taking. With this Star card in the reverse, this speaks of somebody who lacks faith, who lacks motivation. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you have Queen of Spears. Couple out. So this Queen of Spears speaks of mental clarity. You know, again, it's something about what somebody is focused on when it comes to this exploring. Somebody was doing some type of dream work or something like that on somebody. Yeah, these want to come out bad. Look, you got 3 of Bricks, 3 of Brooms. So something may be significant about 33. I don't know if you are 33 or maybe you, I don't know what it is with that 33. But also 33 is the master number. Master teacher, I believe. So it may have been something that you were supposed to understand, you know what I mean, or understand when it came to the situation that you was being placed in or something like that. Because with this 3 of Bricks, you know, it looks as if somebody is building something. Like teamwork is more so being put in, you know. But with this 7 of Brooms in the reverse, you know, something is actually exhausting. Because what I'm getting is somebody rather taking something apart versus putting it together. And with this Queen of Spears energy, I'm getting that you understood that. Which is why, again, you began to explore it. Like you started to view something differently. 3 of Brooms, foresight. And you was able to get a feeling. You was starting to get a hunch. You know what I mean? That something was going to get chaotic. Or something was going to change suddenly. You know? Something was not as it appeared. What's this 3 of Brooms energy about? What they looking at? You got 2 of Cans and Empress. So it's something about some type of partnership or something like that with the Empress. Or some type of unionship. Again, with the mutual agreements to work together. Somebody could foresee that something wasn't going to be right when it came to this contract. Or again, this partnership. Because with this 8 of Cans, something wasn't being fully revealed. Somebody wasn't being all the way honest when it came to their assistance. Somebody may have showed up, you know, like they needed assistance or something like that. But it's giving me somebody being wasteful. And again, with this Empress energy, you know, this Empress has an abundance of whatever. This Empress is somebody that's wise, somebody who's settled, somebody who's comfortable, taken care of. And this Empress was able to balance the situation out with this Temperance energy or heal a situation. So somebody was coming to you because they knew that you could fix something for them. What is going on with this Empress? Yeah. Look, 7 of Cans. It was an illusion. Somebody was playing on your innocence or something like that with this 7 of Cans. Somebody may have even been doing some type of spell work again. How many cans we got out here? 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and they were satisfied when it came to these illusions. It's playing on your mind. It's something again too with wishful thinking, you know, like somebody felt like they had like a lot of different options, a lot of different ways that they could go about something. Look, you have the devil here. They was operating in some type of demonic energy. I said that with this Page of Brooms, with what they were trying to do, the action that they were trying to take. Somebody felt like they had limitless potential when it came to the different moves that they could make. Somebody felt like they had access to something. It was something hidden, some type of shadow energy somebody was bound to that they were operating from. But again, with this 8 of Brooms, something changed quickly. You got 9 of Bricks, so it's something with a lifestyle or something like that. the path that somebody was taking, somebody's independence. It's something, again, with the fruitfulness. Like, somebody lacks some type of independence. So maybe that's what changed. Somebody's money got funny. You was used to being in this Queen of Bricks energy, but then all of a sudden some took a decline or something changed when it came to your money. And again, with the Star card in the reverse, like, it's something where it's like, you didn't know. You were unaware of something. Like, you lacked insight on something when it came to this Page of Cups energy. Maybe you didn't realize the warnings or something like that that was being given to you in your dreams. What's this Nine of Bricks? You got the Kinder. And it flew out over there sideways or something like that. Give me one more. Clarify this Kinder energy. Because it's giving me some type of divine guidance or something like that. Yeah, Chariot. Look, some type of authoritative figure. Spiritual authoritative figure. And you got Three of Spears, heartbreak. So with this Nine of Bricks, again, something had changed with your lifestyle, your finances, your independence, or something like that. And with this Kinder energy, like, whatever it is, you know, this balancing out, this divine union is really giving me like a spiritual guide or something like that. When it comes to this Queen of Spears, like, somebody gave you options, or somebody gave you, like, again, it's like an option, because I'm seeing a person being brought to like a threshold, like a doorway, you know, but you can choose to go through, or you can choose not to go through, or something like that, you know. With this Chariot energy, it speaks of like somebody having authority, somebody having control of a situation, somebody being able to integrate something. It's like somebody was trying to control something when it came to this Three of Pentacles energy, what somebody was building, this implementing different ideas in order to exhaust somebody or like burn somebody out. And with this Three of Spears, this Three of Spears speaks of like heartbreak, you know, despair, some type of separation, some type of divorce or something like that. With this Three of Brooms right next to this, it's giving me that you could feel something coming. You could feel that something was changing. Something just, yeah, no, you didn't want to wait for it. You didn't want to wait for it. You were removed before something completely hit the fan. You got Two of Bricks, Five of Brooms. See? So with this Two of Bricks energy, when it comes to this partnership, then you got 22 out here too. Two of Bricks right next to the Two of Cans. The Two of Bricks speaks of somebody juggling multiple priorities. Somebody balancing something. It's like but making, you know what I mean, a balance or something like that. Like somebody had a lot going on when it came to this partnership that somebody was unaware of. And again, with this Five of Brooms, it was some type of chaos or some type of petty competition that somebody actually had this Empress in. And this Empress balanced this shit out. Temperance energy healed it. Put water on that fire, you know. But again, with this Five of Brooms, it's some type of rivalry energy. Some type of fighting, petty competition. And it's really giving me that something may have been unbeknownst to the other person. But either way it go, like an end was brought to that shit. What is this Five of Brooms about? What was this competition? You got Seven of Bricks, Nine of Brooms. So the Seven of Bricks speaks of what somebody was invested in. The Seven of Bricks speaks of somebody, you know, putting in the work in order to get sustainable results. Like somebody trying to view something for the bigger picture. And with this Nine of Brooms, it speaks of somebody protecting themselves, somebody having the resources needed in order to, it's like a maintain control of a situation. Somebody was invested though, again, like with this juggling energy, this competition, this fighting, this rivalry. because they was invested in this Seven of Cups, this spell work, whatever it was, again, and another person being naive to it, you being naive to it, or being unaware of what exactly it was that they was doing, right? Now, understand, I always tell people that sometimes people get into a cult-like energy and don't even realize what it is that they're doing, you know, due to them not even fully understanding energy or controlling their energy, knowing what belongs to them, different things like that. So you got people that been doing shit and not even realize that they actually been doing shit, you know what I mean, until, again, shit done blew up in their face. But with this Nine of Brooms, it's something with, again, this conflict and them being invested in you having the resources in order to protect yourself, you having what you need in order to endure the journey when it comes to this devil energy. In this Page of Brooms, whatever action it was somebody was taking, whatever it was that they was creating, again, you was ready. And with this Nine of Cans and the energy in the reverse, somebody was dissatisfied, somebody was unhappy. They felt like they was in lack, because they couldn't Debo your ass. Look, High Priestess, baby, you already knew. It's some type of inner knowing, inner guidance, sacred energy that you hold. When it came to this Nine of Bricks, losing some type of lifestyle or letting go of some type of lifestyle, with the Star card, this sleeping energy, wake your ass up. You may have had one dream that triggered you, one dream that set you on a path or something, one feeling. I don't know. But with the Six of Brooms energy is some type of support or something like that. Like somebody having what they need when it came to, again, this divine union, this kinder energy. It's like you had what you need, and that's a realization that you came to and started exploring other options, taking other actions. What is this Four of Brooms energy? Six of Brooms, I'm sorry. Damn, I flipped it over, the Moon card. It was some type of hidden authority or some type of illusion around authority when it came to this Three of Bricks energy, what somebody thought that they were building, where with the Seven of Brooms in the reverse, somebody is now exhausted. They burned their self out. In all actuality is what they did. What's this Moon card about? Somebody may have been doing some type of moon work, talking to the moon. You got a Magician, Page of Bricks, Seven of Spears. So somebody was being sneaky. It was some type of betrayal or something like that. Somebody was in some type of trickster energy. They thought that they were getting away with something when it came to this Page of Bricks, whatever it was that they were trying to build, whatever it was that they were trying to manifest. Somebody thought that they had broke your mind or something, that thought that you lacked the clarity or something. Somebody also, like, it's like they stopped thinking and more so focused on the pinnacle, focused on the material, focused on, you know, what they were focused on, and that's what fucked them up. But that's what they were trying to manifest with this Magician energy. Somebody was trying to use, you know, the things that they had in order to manifest whatever fulfilled or desire it was that they wanted fulfilled. Yeah. And with the Seven of Spears energy, like they thought that they were going to get away and actually ended up breaking their own heart. Because they lacked foresight when it came to this tower, seeing that this shit wasn't going to work how it was that they wanted it to work. They was only focused on, again, this Page of Bricks energy. They was focused on what they was focused on. They stopped thinking after a while. They stopped paying attention to the warning signs. Stopped being so careful. Somebody got sloppy when it came to this Two of Pentacles, all the shit they was juggling. Outside of this partnership, they thought that they was doing good with hiding. It's something as well, too, about not making you focus on danger, because the way these cards are, it's something with not letting you focus. Like, somebody didn't want you to look up. They didn't want you to pay attention to the bigger picture or what was really being displayed. And again, with this Magician energy, they thought that they had everything they needed in order to win this conflict, in order to win this competition, like in order to overpower this Empress energy. You got the World in the reverse and Eight of Spears in the reverse. So with this Eight of Spears in the reverse, it speaks of somebody releasing themselves from some type of mental entrapment. some type of imprisonment of the mind or something like that. Somebody may have been stuck in. Where are the spirits at? You got 7, 8. Yeah, it was some toxic shit. This demonic energy. Whatever spell work it was that somebody did. Yeah, this magician energy couldn't keep you trapped when it came to this toxic shit that they was invested in. They was expecting you to stay naive. I kid you not, with this world card in the reverse. Don't close out a cycle. When it came to this 9 of brooms, you being able to protect yourself. Something about you bringing things into full circle. I don't know who this person thought you was. They was goofy than a bitch though, Libra. I kid you not. They was goofy. The world in the reverse though. Somebody wanted you to see something through rose-colored glasses. And with this sun card in the reverse again, like, just be content with where you at or something like that. Look, 5 of Spears. That's what I'm saying when it comes to some type of bully relationship or something like that. Like, somebody was being very arrogant, like wanting to win at all costs. Somebody even, like, you know, with the greedy shit, like they wanted more than what they was even able to hold on to. And again, with this sun card in the reverse, was refusing to move forward, like take the proper steps in order to release the negative energy that they had on them with this temperance energy, like balance something out. Yeah, somebody was being abusive or being negative toward this high priestess energy. And taking something from you when it came to you being able to provide this lifestyle for yourself. Somebody wanted to disable you. Look, an emperor. An emperor. Somebody wanted to be seen as an emperor. They wanted to have, you know what I mean, the support or something like that. It's something with the recognition, the responsibility when it comes to this emperor energy. But it's something with them wanting to be seen as a kinder soul. Like, yeah, no, you got Knight of Spears and 10 of Brooms. This Knight of Spears energy speaks of, you know what I mean, somebody being like, I'm hearing like somebody being malicious. Somebody has some type of negative energy to them with this moon card. Like when it comes to the way that they wanted to step into authority, the way that they control a situation or something like that. Like somebody would, it's something with like taking from themselves to harm others or lose out. I really can't even explain it. You know how people like, they get so upset or something like that where they'll take action where they know that it is harmful to them, but they don't care as long as they can get revenge or they can get back, you know, at another person. And again, with this Knight of Spears, this person being very ambitious, trying to take some type of quick action, trying to respond quickly. Actually put, like, it's really given that it puts you in a situation to leave something behind mentally, to disconnect from something, stop trying to figure something out or something like that. Like somebody was losing their grips on a situation. And again, that's what was hidden, this moon energy, this chariot, whatever authority that they thought that they was building with. Like something was not working out. 10 of Brooms, somebody was actually burdened. They was creating more responsibility for themselves with the actions that they had to take when it came to this 7 of Spears energy. Them being sneaky, them feeling like they getting away with whatever it was they was getting away with this heartbreak energy. Somebody felt like they was a master manipulator, like they seen exactly how a situation was going to go. And again, the Tower happened to that shit. What's them brooms? What's these brooms about? What's these burdens? What's the burdens? Do not give me 10 cards at one time now. You see, I don't lead the spirit. What's the burden? What's the 10 of Brooms? You got Ace of Bricks in the reverse. So somebody actually lost the opportunity when it came to this Page of Bricks energy. Whatever it was that they was building, whatever it was that they was focused on. All this juggling that they was doing, these multiple priorities, is some type of wishful thinking again that somebody had when it came to this contract, that you wasn't gonna notice something. Somebody should have known that you was gonna explore something. Not to say that you nosy, but baby, you nosy. You was gonna look behind the goddamn stand. You ain't just finna look on the stand, you know. Okay. So, yeah. Somebody lost the opportunity or took some type of financial hit or something like that. Look, Queen of Brooms. This Queen of Brooms, maybe this Magician energy. Somebody took some type of quick action because they felt a certain type of way. Somebody felt like something was unfair when it came to them losing this opportunity. So with this Queen of Brooms energy, this might be somebody who is trying to compete with you or something like that. Somebody who feels like they're stable when it comes to, you know what I mean, this magical work or whatever, with this Queen of Brooms being right next to this Magician. Then you got the Five of Brooms, so it's some type of competition. And you got the Empress, somebody who's sitting comfortably. Bitch, you mad. This Queen of Brooms mad. Because, see, this Empress got what it takes in order. Remember what I said? Because even on this Temperance card, you got Dorothy throwing water on the witch, the Queen of Brooms. You know how to put that motherfucking fire out for this hoe. If she feel like, you know, if she want to get it burning too much. What is this Queen of Brooms energy about? Look, Hangman. Three of Cans, Hangman. That's what I'm saying. That's this third party energy. You got the Three of Books out here, the Three of Cans. That's this third party. Somebody thought they was finna play in your motherfucking face, but this whole week, they should have known this bitch was weak. Anyway, Three of Cans here. This speaks of friendship, celebrating, partnering up. It's like community energy. People linking because they share the same mutual feelings. Somebody having some type of party or something like that. So it's given that this Queen of Brooms may have even tried to befriend you or something like that when it comes to this Eight of Spears, in order to see what you knew, or in order to try to keep you in some type of mental imprisonment when it came to this Seven of Bricks, what somebody was invested in, this magic. See, again, it was a lot of people that was banking on you being unaware of a situation, you being in this Hangman energy, being stuck, bound, not only physically but spiritually. But see, somebody wanted for things to be thrown off in your spirit and for you to be unaware of it because you're comfortable in the physical or something like that. Like just being comfortable with getting the short end. Like somebody is strange as hell with this. They must have knew you was lit now, Libra. They knew you was on some shit, baby. If they had to work this hard in order to try to stop you, they knew, look, in hermit mode, you all by yourself. You was gonna snap your motherfucking fingers and do your step. Period. Right? Okay. This Hangman energy speaks of like somebody gaining a new perspective, somebody gaining a new understanding, somebody seeing the situation differently than how they were seeing it before. They had to be stuck until they saw it differently than before. For real. What is this? Okay, you ain't let me ask shit what I was gonna say. What I just said, what is this? You got a Queen of Cans, King of Cans. Look, when it comes to this King of Spears. So we got a couple came out together. What a same match made in heaven. They wanted to work together. This Queen of Cans in black and white though. And this King of Cans is live and living color. So it's giving me that this Queen of Cans was supposed to lack something that this King of Cans had. This Queen of Cans, yeah, this loving, sweet, nurturing, humble, compassionate, empathetic. It's something with the comfort. Somebody wanted another person to be comfortable with the position that they in. You got this King of Spears, though. This King of Spears was supposed to have the mental clarity the whole time, while this Queen of Cans didn't know shit about this Five of Spears relationship, like this abuse going on, or this manipulation taking control. Like somebody was trying to like mental abuse another individual. I ain't gonna say trying to, they was. And something with your intuition. And again, this Emperor energy, look. This King of Cans, they want to be seen as an emperor though. And have the support, have the recognition. Again, when it comes to the Kinder. But with this Queen of Spears up here, they wanted you to be the mastermind when it came to this Two of Brooms. What action to take, what moves to make. They wanted you to be like a background guide, if that makes sense to you. Just stay in the house. Don't be seen, no nothing like that. Where they go out there and they present themselves as being this role model, this, you know what I mean, authority figure. They stable, they secure, they, you know what I mean? This, yeah. The whole time they was feeding off of you or trying to get it from you. What's this King of Cans energy? What's this King of Cans energy? You got 4 of Brooms. Yep, see? Getting this victory. Some type of celebration, a meeting, a coming together. But again, it's with this Knight of Spears type energy. Because it's somebody being very ambitious. Somebody more so controlling the situation, you know, with lies or something like that. When it comes to this being like somebody going against the grain or something like that, instead of going with a situation trying to go against it. Like somebody, again, they felt like they had a victory or they celebrated that with this Moon card when it came to this hidden authority on what they was building. They felt powerful. You got Knight of Bricks, King of Bricks, the Hierophant. Hey, the whole damn house just coming to life now. That scared the shit out of me, a little moth. My bad, y'all. Look, you got Knight of Bricks, though. This Knight of Bricks speaks of somebody who's responsible for seeing something through or something like that. Like somebody felt like they was successful with keeping up some type of routine when it came to this 10 of Wands. Like making somebody have to work hard. Making somebody feel a burden. Making somebody feel weighed down while they was getting away with this heartbreak. I'm telling you. Like, you got King of Bricks. Somebody... It's like they was in the background doing bullshit, burdening you, then presenting themselves in front of you like they was tending to you, like they was taking care of you, like they was there to help you. Like, you know what I mean? They was a friend, like type thing, knowing the whole time that they was going against you. So I always say, like, with shit like that, it's like a person do work against you and then come around to watch you and see if the shit actually working. You know what I mean? Like some weird ass shit. People, yeah, they be on that weird ass shit like that. Hierophant energy. It had something to do with what they was taught from this Queen of Wands energy. The action that they was supposed to take, this Magician, in order to create this conflict or win this battle when it came to this Empress energy. That's why both that goofy ass getting toe up now. Let me see if I missed something with this. What is it? You had 2 cups out there. That's the partnership. That's the commitment again. Who was this? King of Bricks, Knight of Bricks. That's still them juggling multiple priorities when it came to you and this Queen of Wands energy. This Hierophant energy. Somebody they thought knew something. Look, King of Brooms. See, so they being the King of Cups to the Queen of Cups and the King of Brooms to the Queen of Wands. Fuck out of here with this 3 of Cups energy. Who they was celebrating with. Again, thinking that they was going to keep you in some type of mental entrapment or something like that. It's like somebody even was aware of the fact that they was working with a witch. It's like they, of course, if they was doing the damn work together, they knew it. But somebody was invested in this spell work, I'm telling you, and you not finding out about it. They presented themselves as a King of Cups to you. Somebody who's wise, somebody who's compassionate, a masculine with heightened intuition, tapped into their spirituality actually has a heart. You know what I mean? They lacked all that shit. They ain't had none of that shit. Somebody really was celebrating the conflict that they was creating with somebody else on the outside. They felt like that shit was cool. Look, 4 of Spears. It's something with, like, you being protected, though. You being protected, you know what I mean? You having what you needed to know in order to retreat from a situation. Something about, again, the protection, rebirth, contemplation. Somebody being out of danger. You know, when it came to this Hangman energy, this gaining a different perspective. Like somebody, they celebrated. I'm telling you, they thought that they was cool. They thought they was safe from some shit. But then justice came and smashed the whole goddamn thing. Goofball ass. Look. And now you got 9 of Spears. Nine of Spirits when it came to, what's that card again? Y'all know I'm still learning these cards. The Queen of Cups is who that was. So it's some type of despair or some type of hopelessness, or somebody feeling as if they running out of time or something like that due to this justice happening. Some set fire underneath somebody's ass, which actually caused some type of concern or something like that. Because with this Ten of Spirits, this Ten of Spirits speaks of a brutal ending when it comes to this King of Cups. This so-called emperor who thought that, you know what I mean, they had what they need in order to make you play the background and then operate in your energy. Something is being illuminated. Again, these spirits speaks of a mental breakdown when it comes to this King of Cups. Some type of despair, some type of brutal ending or something like that. Hey, so some might be worrying another person as well too. Again, because with this Nine of Spears up here, there's justice. This Nine of Spears, again, hopelessness, despair, you know, regret. Somebody being very fearful, somebody being very anxious, somebody having issues with sleeping at night. Somebody might be having some type of nightmares or something like that. Like this Queen of Cups energy. When it comes to this Five of Spears energy, whatever abusive relationship, whatever bully tactics, whatever thievery that somebody was on when it came to this High Priestess, which actually didn't work for them, it actually set them back. Remember what I said? Some type of negative dreams or somebody doing something to somebody while they were sleeping, stuff like that. That shit didn't work for somebody. And again, it's some type of brutal ending or something like that that's being illuminated for both their asses. Because this King of Cups, this so-called motherfucking Emperor, is having some type of painful ending too. What's this Ten of Spears about? What's this Ten of Spears? You got Five of Cans in the reverse and Knight of Brooms in the reverse. So with this Five of Cans in the reverse, you know, this celebration, this Four of Brooms right next to it. This Five of Cans speaks of somebody moving on from a situation. Somebody once was in regret about a situation, really feeling sorry about it or feeling a certain type of way, wishing that they could have done things over or had a different outcome. But now it speaks of somebody just accepting the failure. You know what I mean? Acceptance. And moving on about their business when it came to this Four of Brooms energy. So whatever celebrating, whatever victory, you know, that somebody had, they know that they was being ambitious, but it was still some type of hidden energy when it came to the authority. And what they was actually building. Again, they fucked themselves up. Knight of Brooms in the reverse. You know, the Knight of Brooms is somebody like it was like a passion project, but somebody lacked direction. They weren't able to get something off the ground when it came to whatever routine it was that they were sticking to try to burden somebody. Whatever responsibility they felt like it's something with delivering something. Somebody was responsible for protecting something, delivering something. And again, they ended up weighing themselves down when it came to the action that they had to take in order to cause this heartbreak. Because you've seen it coming and avoided this Tower. Look, 10 of bricks. Who is this? King of Bricks. Okay. So you got 10 of bricks. This 10 of bricks speaks of somebody getting their inheritance or something like that. Somebody receiving some type of stability. This speaks of wealth, you know, a magnitude of wealth or something on like a major level of contribution, like high wealth when it comes to this King of Bricks energy and them losing this opportunity that they was invested in. Okay, so what's going on? Somebody lacked direction though when it came to this 10 of bricks. Clarify this 10 of bricks for me. Okay. You got Judgment in the reverse. Somebody missed their calling with this 5 of bricks. This 5 of bricks speaks of somebody being entirely too greedy. You know, you got 6 of Spears. So somebody refused to let go of a certain type of mindset or refused to see things differently, refused to choose a calmer route. And with this 8 of bricks, they lost whatever it was that they was invested in. Like somebody basically just wasted time working on something that's not going anywhere. You know, somebody had high hopes. You know, they didn't learn what they were supposed to learn about a situation. They lacked motivation. They lacked stability. you know, when something came to an end, because of the refusal to let it go. And you got strength in the reverse. Somebody feel weak as hell with this Ace of Brooms, whatever action it was that they took. Because again, they missed their call. So with this 8 of bricks in the reverse to this 10 of bricks, somebody had high hopes for what it was that they was told by this Queen of Brooms. What action it was that they was supposed to take. They believed in somebody or something like that. And it's given that shit was a flop. Something was hidden with that. Somebody didn't give this person or didn't give this Emperor energy all of the details of a situation. They were supposed to tell them the small print as well too. I guess everybody wasn't thinking in the situation. And then you got 6 of Spears in the reverse. They refused to let go of this vision that they had when it came to this, them being this King of Wands, this visionary, this natural leader. Somebody who's willing to overcome the obstacles. Somebody who can see things through these challenges. Look, when it came to this 3 of Cups, they sat back. They was comfortable, baby. They felt good with this mindset. That 6 of Spears being in this reverse like that. What is that? 19. That'll be 25, so that's going to be 7. Yeah, this authority, they thought that they had some type of authority or something like that in the situation. But again, with the 5 of bricks being in the reverse, somebody was actually being greedy. They was being real greedy. They was overdoing something. They did too much. Somebody was focused on the wrong goddamn thing is what it is. And how many bricks we got out here? 10, 8, 23, 5. Yep, thought they knew too much. They thought they knew too much, but with this Judgment card being in the reverse, you know, and this 4 bricks right here, they missed their calling. And that's what they regret. That's what they in despair about. That's what somebody has anxiety about, you know, when it comes to this Queen of Cups. Because, again, they now know that they tried to bully a goddamn high priestess. And now their whole life is in shambles. All they shit upside down. Strength card in the reverse when it comes to this 10 of Spears. Somebody is weak. They real weak. Like losing their mind is some type of raw emotions that somebody has to deal with. Some type of inner truth when it comes to this ending, this harmful ending for this King of Cups. They want to be seen as this Emperor. See, the Emperor is the Emperor because the Emperor done endured the journey in order to become the Emperor. This person didn't want to endure the journey. They just wanted the title. And that ain't how that works. So get your ass in here and get tossed up then. Look, Knight of Cans, Ace of Cans. On the pursuit of happiness. You got the Knight of Cans. This charming energy. Somebody who was slow moving but still moving type thing. This is somebody who wanted to make a proposal when it came to this 5 of Cans. Let go of regret and somebody set out on a mission to steal again. Extend another gesture. Because they wanted this victory. But it was some type of, again, they was hiding something. Because they were still doing something that they wasn't all the way forthcoming with. They just really was focused on this Ace of Cans. They wanted this new beginning. They want their cup to be overflowing when it comes to this Knight of Brooms again. Because they lack direction. They lack stability. Somebody don't know what else to do outside of the same ass thing that they've been doing. And they being burdened more and more now by taking them same ass actions. Because it's something with some type of loss of contract or some type of separation or breakage in communication or something like that. Look, Page of Spears. When it comes to this 10 of bricks, it's something with somebody's mind. I'm telling you, they didn't see nothing outside of what it was that they was focused on. With this Page of Spears energy, this speaks of somebody with like endless mental energy. Like somebody's mind just runs rapid, you know, when it comes to this 10 of bricks. This wealth, like this stability, this finances, like somebody really wants to anchor something in again, and they lost this damn opportunity being too greedy. Death card, something is brought to an end, something has changed when it came to this 8 of bricks. Again, they now know that they invested so much into some bullshit. When it came to this Hierophant energy, they really feel a certain type of way about this Queen of Brooms. That might be why that whole running too. They feel a certain type of way. Because something changed. Again, somebody ran, like, it's over. And what the fuck is this? This is not the results that they was told they was gonna get. Look, Hermit in the reverse. They lack direction. Even with the Six of Spears, they can't leave it alone. Somebody is tied to some type of group dynamics or something like that. Happen to see something through. They really feel a certain type of way, though, when it came to this Seven of Bricks, like this investment. Something is more work than what somebody expected it to be. Like, it's seeming very unachievable in order to get the results that they desire. But that is also why they involved the, you know, little razzling and dazzling. But shit, they fucked up. Either way. Either way. Either way. Either way. Look. Six of Bricks, Ace of Spears. The Six of Bricks speaks of, you know, what somebody was given to. Somebody reaping what they have sown. Somebody may have been being generous to another person. You know, sharing with another person. And with this Five of Bricks in the reverse right next to it, like, somebody is recovering from some type of lack mindset or something like that. Again, you're protected. Somebody is protected. Like somebody was kept safe or something like that when it came to their mindset. So shit, with this Five of Bricks being in the reverse again, like somebody is recovering control of a situation, recovering control of their finances or something like that. And with this Ace of Spears, it's something that you have mental clarity about when it comes to, you know, like dealing with, look, the Fool. That was the only card that was flipped face down. Dealing with the Fool, taking risks, being spontaneous. Something about wandering into danger, wandering into, I'm hearing something about chartered territory or something like that. It's something. Either way it go, you have the mental clarity on how to operate and how to get your 10 of Cups. So look the way the 10 Man laid out there laughing, baby. Got the heart, got the hey. It just is what it is, you know. And that's putting somebody in the position again, Two of Spears, of being very indecisive because they don't know what action to take anymore. They don't know which direction to go. Somebody feels blindfolded. And with this Ace of Brooms, that's what I'm saying. Look, when it comes to this project, what to do next, what should actually make a difference or something like that. Somebody is stuck. Look, Four of Kings, not paying attention to their intuition. They not listening because something has been balanced out. They no longer can be forceful the way that they was. They no longer had the authority. They don't know nothing. And they know that this bitch that they was going to don't know nothing either. So, yeah. It's just, it is what it is. I'm just saying, I like that, Libra. I love to root y'all on when y'all be whooping ass without even knowing that y'all whooping ass type thing. You can fight. My baby can fight type shit. So, that was your read, Libra.